1 in 3 women have cancer. And 50 to 70 million Americans suffer from autoimmune condition, some type of autoimmune condition. They found that 100% of the bodies of water on the planet are now poisoned with mercury. And 75% of, and I would even honestly say up to 90% of our food in those grocery stores are genetically modified. This should be a huge, huge red flag and signal that something is wrong. Something is wrong with what we're eating, what we're putting into our bodies. And I think one part that's crucial, that there are two main elements for healthy weight and a healthy body. And one is hormone balance. And that's not my specialty, but healthy digestion. Your digestion tract, when it is clogged up, and we're going to talk about where it's clogged up and what happens in a moment. But what happens is everything you eat, everything you breathe, the lotion that you put on your skin, it actually gets filtered by the liver, and the liver is part of your digestive tract. And what happens, let's go over understanding your digestion. So again, sometimes I get excited and I'll get ahead of myself, so let me back up. Digestion starts from your mouth, in your mouth. You want to start practicing chewing your food 25 times or until it is really liquidy. And this is gonna take practice because we are all so busy. Sometimes we eat on the go, sometimes we eat in the car, and we're not paying attention to how we're chewing our food. But the first part of your digestion starts in your mouth with the enzymes of saliva in your mouth. And if you can really start to chew your food more, you're gonna help your whole digestive tract. So within this next week, the one protocol that I'll have for you, actually the 2 protocols that I have for you, are to drink more clean filtered water, not tap water, more clean filtered water, and to chew 25 times or until it is a liquid in your mouth. And you might even have to, like sometimes when I started practicing this, I actually had to push the food back into my mouth because I wanted to swallow. And so that's really important to start doing that. So that's where digestion starts. Your stomach breaks down the food with enzymes and hydrochloric acid. But here's the thing. As you get older, as stress, pesticides, different things, toxins in the air, they will actually kill off the enzymes in your stomach. Stress, caffeine, sugar, alcohol, things like that actually start to kill off the enzymes in your stomach. So your stomach isn't able to break down the food as easily as it was when you were younger. So that is another reason why people have start to have digestion issues, because they're not chewing their food enough and their stomach is not able to break down the food. So one of the supplements that you guys are having that I'm sending you is a digestive enzyme. It's called Digest Gold, and it's one of the top digestive enzymes on the market, non-GMO, which is very important, and it helps to aid your stomach to break down food. Now here's your liver, which is right here, right on the right side under your breast, and the liver is a lot of times when I was thinking of liver, I was thinking, oh, the liver it detoxes, the alcohol, that you drink, and it detoxes your blood, but I really didn't really understand the liver until I really started doing some research. It does filter your, toxins out of your blood, but not just out of your blood. Any toxin that gets on your skin, like if you're putting lotion on your skin that has chemicals in it, if you're putting sunscreen on your face that that has chemicals in it that are toxic to your system, it will be filtered by your liver. So the liver filters not just your food in through the blood, but also what you breathe and what you put on your skin. So it's really important to know that your organs are affected by everything, by water, air, and what you're putting onto your skin. And what happens is the liver can get overwhelmed, overloaded with different toxins, especially nowadays. When that happens, there's going to be different symptoms, like constipation can be one of them, a foggy brain, a lot of stuff that people are having right now. They have poor memory, they don't sleep well. It can be due to toxins in the liver, and also we're going to talk about the undigested food in the colon. And that's why we're doing a full liver and gallbladder cleanse and a full colon cleanse with this detox. So understanding a little bit about the liver, it produces bile, which actually helps the breakdown of your food. And it also stores different vitamins, A, D, E, and K. Really important if you to cleanse it, because one, it's a major part of your natural detox system. And again, like I said, if it starts to get overwhelmed, it will store toxins in itself. It will actually store toxins in itself if it cannot get it out of your system because it wants to protect you. This is how amazing the liver is. You can cut out 75% of your liver and it will regrow itself, because it is so important for the body, for the health of the body. So that's another reason why you want to keep your liver really healthy. So this cleanse is going to detox the liver. And the gallbladder is also, it's a part of the liver. It actually sits underneath the liver, and it actually stores bile from the liver. Bile is like a fat, it's fat that helps to break down the enzymes. So then your gallbladder stores fat from your liver, and then it secretes the fat into your small intestine, which then helps your small intestine to break down the food even more and pull nutrients out of the food to take the nutrients to the areas of the body that needs it. What's really cool, a lot of people don't know, is that your gallbladder also acts like an antioxidant. Now, antioxidant actually helps to reduce free radicals. Free radicals will oxidize parts of the body, and that actually what causes diseases. There's a lot of free radicals running around that will totally make you tired, not feeling good, headaches, things like that. The gallbladder actually acts as an antioxidant to help to remove that from the system and from the food. So it's an alkalizer. So remember, in the last detox, we talked a ton about alkalining, and we'll talk about it toward the end of this one. But that's really important to make sure that you're alkalining and eating and drinking things that help to alkaline, and your gallbladder is a part of that system. The pancreas, I love talking about the pancreas because one of the things that I used to always talk about, I used to say there's 3 things with health, and it's hormones, digestion, and your insulin. And now insulin, I actually put it in with your digestion, because when you eat a lot of things that are sugary and you're releasing insulin into the bloodstream, what actually happens is your body, if you have really high insulin, your body can't break down, it can't metabolize fat. It's like you are literally telling your body store fat when your insulin is really, really high. So your pancreas is really, really important, and it also aids in digestion with secreting juices and enzymes as well. So pancreas is very, very important. It's right kind of on the right side underneath the liver right here. And another important part of your digestion tract. So this is your colon. These things are awesome. So if you start with the small intestine. Your small intestine, what it does is it actually, that's where it breaks down the food more, and that's where the nutrients start to get absorbed. Now your appendix, they say that the doctors don't really know what the appendix is. Your appendix actually monitors the pH balance in your blood. So making sure that your blood is not too acidic and working on keeping it alkaline. It also tells the body, hey, here comes B12, here comes some calcium. It's like it's kind of like the mainframe computer of understanding what is coming into the body and where it needs to go. Your appendix is pretty important. It also senses the probiotic balance in your gut. Your gut has, I think it's 10 times as many bacteria cells as the regular cells in your body. Like your body has between 50 to 70 trillion cells, and your gut has about 10% more than that in your of bacteria in your gut. Your gut is so important to keep the balance of your good bacteria and your bad bacteria. So what happens is if you're eating a lot of processed foods, a lot of fatty foods, a lot of sugary foods, sodas, things like that, you're basically killing off the good gut bacteria, and you're feeding the bad gut bacteria. So when that happens, you're going to have you could have a lot of undigested food that basically sits on the cells, on the walls of your colon. It will get stuck in the ridges. If you've ever seen a pregnant man and you push on his belly, it's hard. It's not muscle. It's actually undigested food that is sitting in his colon. And he seriously needs to do a cleanse, a detox, a cleanse. So what happens when your colon gets clogged up, and I should have put this one picture up here. I actually sent it in the email if you guys saw the unhealthy colon. The colon will actually get inflamed, and it can actually atrophy the muscles, the peristalsis muscles that push food along. Because if your intestinal walls have a lot of undigested food, from processed foods, everything I listed just a moment ago, you can actually atrophy these muscles from moving food along. And when that happens, that's when people go, I need a laxative. And then they go and get a laxative, and that actually can do more harm than good. So that's why we're going to do a liver and gallbladder cleanse. We're going to cleanse out these two things, this guy right here and this little guy right here. And then we're also going to do a complete colon cleanse to clean out the colon. So your large intestine is the last part before it exits, the food exits. And that is just all it does. It doesn't break down any more food. There's no teeth in your colon. That's why I start with chewing a ton. So you can help your colon out. So it can be broken down as much as it can. And then your body can absorb the nutrients. When it gets to the large intestine, there's no more breaking down of food. It just pulls the water out, as much water as it can, and it eliminates what's left. So that's the large colon in your digestive system.